Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. And today we're going to hunt for some weapons. Now, I did get some missiles and things the other day. They are pretty cool, I have to say, but I think we can do better. So we're going to do some running around here. Let me just sort of get oriented here. Get this brush out of the way. My hand there, get this out of the way. That out of the way. This keyboard set up right. Get some rings out of the way. Yep. Alright. So another thing, progressing along, mucking around with the Quixel stuff. So it's going to take a few days. I want to get at least a pseudo level out. So I'm gonna make up this little shooter game thing, right? And drop some neat stuff in it. I'll do 2 quickie levels with that thing, and then I'll just drop all the textures in and do some bridges and stairs and different little things. So for about another day, that would take me, and then probably at sometime on Saturday or Sunday, I'll uh-oh, uh-oh, get out of the way, get out of the way, quick turn. Oh, I just about ran into that. Okay. Move over. But anyway, yeah, so then I'll at least have something for some people to have some fun with, right? And then one of the ideas is that if I bring someone else on board to do some of this, what we might do is we'll give that game out for free, like the base game. And when we do really heavy duty level designs, we'll do like 1 or 2 maps together and charge a couple of bucks, right? And that way I would be able to get some money back into me. He'd be able to get some money back into him, and we would be able to do more, right? That's kind of a thing where, I don't know. We might do the first few, kind of as part of a pack to get the thing going, to show that we can do it, right? That's the whole point. You don't want to be asking people to pay for things when you don't know what it's like, right? So you got one aspect that's like a demo, and then the other version, you get more maps. It's kind of like you know, and it wouldn't be on Steam. It wouldn't be on anywhere else. We'll just do this within the community and see how we go with it, and have some fun, right? And it would be unique content that you guys would be able to stream, right? There won't be any music in it, and if there is, you got to turn that off. That's kind of like one of those things where I'm not sure what rights I'd have to any music that comes in the sample, so don't use it. Don't be silly. Let's see, what else? I guess that's just about it, though, really. Oh, look at that. Hyperspace. I always get one right off the hop, and then I don't get any more for the rest of the day. Ooh, yeah. Double launcher turrets. Yum, yum, yum. Look at the prices on some of these things, eh? It starts to get crazy. Let's see here. Map. I'm gonna go over here. Yeah, I got 2 missile launchers on the top of the thing there that are done auto, so they'll start shooting at anything that starts coming at me. There's seekers too, so what happens is they'll track a target, but they're slow. So if you're really fast, you can get away from them, and then you have your what do you call it? You can have targeting, like missile thingamabobs that take them out. Yeah, and I installed Warhammer 1 because it's smaller. Like, Steam is such a retarded place, okay? And I'm going to tell you guys, one of the biggest problems I have with Steam, okay, Warhammer 1 is 15.7 gigabytes. You know how much space it takes up on my hard drive? 35 gigabytes. You know why? Because Steam requires it to make a backup. Now imagine 35 gigabytes for or 56 gigabyte end thing for it's 28 gigabytes for or 25 gigabytes for Warhammer 2, but guess what it ends up being? 56. Somewhere in there is extra gigabytes or something or other, right? So the whole thing is like 70 or 80 gigabytes. So some of these new games that come out, like if let's say each of these levels that we make is 1 or 2 gigabytes, if we were to go up to Steam and suddenly it's a 5 or 6 gigabyte bullshit, you know, on your hard drives. Like, this is not acceptable, Steam. Like, I don't understand that. Like, it's using extra hard drive space for no reason. Okay? When I get a game, Metro Exodus, Rideau or whatever it is, that one that I got free from Epic there, I bring down that and it's done. That's it. I don't have extra. It doesn't make extra copies of itself. Like, Epic's saving me space there, you know? I mean, I don't understand that shit. That's just goofy. Seriously goofy. Whatever chimp made that, it needs to be fired. No, don't eat it. Throw it in a fireplace. Burn it quick. Kill it quick. That's the thing. I mean, I could point out a bunch of other security flaws that they have there that scare the bejesus out of me. But I don't want to scare you either. Not that any of these using clients is any better. The most secure way to get something is to buy it in a store. You're not gonna get hacked that way, are you? Ha ha ha. Okay, lift your head up. Up, back up. There we go. Upgrades. Must have upgrades. See? No more of them hyperspace things. We're all done with those. Can't have any more of those. Only have one a day. Give that station a good slap. But anyway, I won't. Okay. Yeah, back over here. I'll do a run around and see what we get for the day. I'll go on tour and get some battles going. Come on, you. Go. There we go. Yeah. Well, certain individual was back with somebody else again last night, so I guess that's sort of the other thing where I'm just gonna not say anything because I got nothing good to say, and that will be that. You know, it's a choice. Everything's a personal choice. I can tell you right now, certain people, you know, have a lifespan, right? And you ask yourself, why are you saying that? Well, it's because you're only as good as who you hang around with, right? Yep. And let me say this: every time I go to the corner store, somebody shows up. They just stand there. It's like having a bodyguard. It's weird. This is like, I went to this bar one time in Ajax, Ontario, and I go in and you know, I'm having a couple of beers, you know, just saying hi to people, whatever, you know, just being, you know, normal, right? After work, have a couple of beers, go home, you know, kind of jazz, and I go down to the bathroom, right? These two big biker guys follow me down, and one goes on either side of the stall, and I'm thinking, oh shit, I'm gonna get killed or beat up or something, right? But I just keep my mouth shut, just go back upstairs, right? You know, have another couple beers. Now I'm nervous, right? I'm thinking, oh, what did I do? Right? So then I go bathroom again. These guys just get up and follow me down there again. I'm like, what the frickin' hell is going on here? Well, apparently, you know, what it comes down to is that you've made a friend with somebody, and they're just looking after you, and you didn't even ask for it. I don't know. I said, okay. That was just a little story of what the hell, you know. That's what I mean. You be nice to people. You never know who you make friends with. You know. Doesn't take much, people. Doesn't take much. Yeah. I don't know why I remembered that, but anyway, it's just bizarre. Oh, and by the way, that this particular bar, when I was downstairs every time, some fights started upstairs every time, and as soon as I came back up, they all stopped. Yeah, because the two big guys came back up too. It's just like out of a freaking movie. One guy got tossed through a window, and I'm like, where the hell have I come? I need a new place to drink. This isn't really safe, is it? This is why these bodyguards are here. Maybe this is Dad, eh? I don't know. I don't know what the hell to think there. Anyway, this is... Yeah. Most of these places are parking lots now. So, yeah. Yep. Look at that move, eh? Woo! Point up. There we go. Yeah. Yep. Oh, that would have been nice to get, but we'll take the green turrets too. Oh, hyperspace thingy. Yeah. Not much there. I should explore more of the galaxy so I can get at more Avorion style weapons. The ship isn't made of Avorion very much, so it's kind of one of them things, right? I'm gonna go over here and then we'll do the research thingy. Poof! Pop over to the chat for a sec. Hey Stevie, how you doing? Yeah, I know. I just caught you at the end of your stream. We're just kind of end up catching each other. And hey, Willie. Hey, guys. Hey, all. Figured I'd get in earlier today. Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah, and that's another thing. Oh, YouTube's not receiving enough data, enough video data. That's such maybe. Okay, one thing I'm gonna do then is kill this. Quit. Why is it not receiving enough data? That's weird. Okay, hold on here. I'm getting an error in more info. I'm getting an error in this YouTube thing. For some reason I've got 10 megabit of upload speed. You only need 6,000 or 5,000, and it's okay, it's working. Alright. YouTube's stupid errors. Just to annoy you. That kind of jazz. It says it'll receive frame buffering, and I'm like, really? And you know what really interferes with that a lot? That I find with some games, and it's just certain games, it's Discord, and I wonder what the hell and even YouTube. Okay, I'm sitting like just base YouTube channel, you know, where they recommend all their garbage to you, your little home whatever, and you're not doing anything. YouTube sometimes interferes with crap, and I'm wondering what the hell does a browser doing, right? And then I look at the task manager, and there's like 15 Chrome things in there, and I'm like, what the bloody hell? This is not what we gave out Netscape Communicator 5 to be having. You know what I mean? It's like, what? If you don't know what Netscape Communicator 5 is, there's a bit of history there. Um, Microsoft wanted to monetize everything on the browser, and Netscape was fighting them and trying to give out free copies. And of course, Netscape wasn't making much money because Microsoft was squeezing the hell out of them. And eventually, they were going to go bankrupt. So before they went bankrupt, they went and gave out the Netscape Communicator 5 source code. And by doing that, you had Firefox compete against them in force for years. And eventually Microsoft out of the browser market, because basically now they're using Chromium, and the browser wars are now technically over. Everything is now Google. Everything. Everything on your internet is now Google. Okay? They own 75% of the phone market, right? Or 75% of the world's internet via their Android Linux. Okay? And I won't say them, because a good chunk of that 75% is Huawei, which is the Chinese Android Linux version, right? And that might be like 30% of that number, or 40%. So, yeah. That's why also you see a bit of resistance from the tech companies to not have that ban on Huawei, is because, well, they'd be able to sell them stuff. Right? But Huawei is finally, because of all this, is finally getting free of, whatever. So, yeah, it's just little bits. I saw that the YouTube creators, people were showing off some of the new things they added, and you know what I'm saying? Remember when I was trying to tell you guys that they've been experimenting with me and putting me into beta testing crap without my permission for a long time? All that stuff that they say is brand new, right? I've had for 6 months, 5 months, 4 months. So I don't know what the hell they're talking about. I feel like saying, "What the hell are you talking about?" Or like, I should show you a screenshot from 5, 6 months ago where I had these things. Stupid people, just silly people. You should have to like opt into shit like that so that what do we got here? What do we got here? At the bottom. Okay, we'll go up this way. So that's armed. There we go. Like that. Oh, goody. Oh, if it doesn't give me that, I'll be crazed. There we go. I just put one of them in there. La 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 la. Upgrades. Upgrades. Can you tell that this guy was thinking back in 2014 with all the loot box craze going on, how much money he would have been able to make had loot boxes been allowed to continue? Can you just feel it? It's kind of like he puts up a thing saying 3 years of development, blah 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 blah. I mean, wait a minute, it's 2020 minus 3 is 2017. So what about 2017 to 2014? What were you doing? Yeah, sneaky bastard. One guy tried to justify his post, and I was like, "Don't even go there, asshat. I'm not here to be your friend." It was just like, this post is about calling someone out being a liar. It's not about mushy, word weaseling bullshit. I don't have. I just wake up and I see that post from this developer, and I'm going, I'm not putting up with this morning. I'm giving it right to him. And only one guy has the tenacity to even come back at me, and then when they look at you going, oh, he's got 800 hours of play in the game, so obviously he knows what he's talking about when he's how old the damn game is. He probably had it for like 5 years. Like, jeez. Let's do anything that looks like a gun. There we go. All these laser beams and things around here. Okay. Railguns. More railguns. Any more railguns? Any more railguns? Railguns? Do I hear railguns? No railguns, eh? No. Okay. That sucks. What do we got here? Quad plasma? Double cannon? Yeah, okay. Don't want Teslas. Okay. There we go. Boom, 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 boom. Let's see here. We'll go over to here. No. Okay, we'll do the laser thing. Where's all these lasers? We'll add some Teslas in there. Eh, why not? Point defense? Yes. Okay. And lasers are better than, of course, guns because they're a beam. Anything crosses the beam, it gets whacked. So that would be something to add to this ship too when I go to the center. There are these Teslas. Okay, let's get rid of this. Okay, we'll leave that. We'll leave that. There we go. Bolter. Then you go up in material. See, you can see a little haze, like a color around the side. That's telling you that yellow is Xanian, right? And if you go up to here, you see Oganite, which has a little orangish kind of color. And that's the material of the weapon. If it does the same damage as the material under it, like that's lesser, it will actually do more damage because it can hurt other metals, right? That's another thing to say. It's kind of a neat thing that it makes it hard to kind of figure out what you want to do sometimes, because you could have an iron weapon that has 100,000 damage and it doesn't seem to hurt anybody because they're in Avorion and it's a tough material, or they're based in Oganite, which is a giant thick armor piece of rock. Alright, we'll get rid of that. Yeah, okay, there's like 4 of them. Okay, we'll do that. More lasers. Get rid of that too. What do we got there? Wow, lots of junk in there. Just here, we're just gonna do this. What'd it give me? The cannon. Good. That was nice of you. That was nice of you, game. Double anti-fighter turrets. There we go. There was 2 more cannons in there, right? What we got up here? 4 of these. Ooh, nice. Gave me the one thing I didn't care to. Lots of goodies. Oh, look at this Avorion stuff. Tesla. Salvaging lasers, double repair turrets. Okay, so this is Oganite stuff. Okay, we'll just do this stuff. Okay, here we go. This is a maybe. Yeah, see, it screwed me. See, it gave me the green. It does not want me to get hyperspace things. I swear to God, this game. It's pissing me off that. Watch, this'll work. See? Oh, it didn't. Oh, I'm surprised. Usually it gives me everything else, but... See? Oh well. Let's go up here and get rid of some of this junk. Oh, pirates, eh? Just give me a minute. Whatever. Just go along and do all this. Yeah, I'm being shot at. There go my missiles, see? I gotta get out of the way of this, or I'm gonna start shooting this guy. Now it'd be neat if we had like a star, like the Battlefront 2 game, where up in orbit we were having a battle up here, but also you could go down to the planet and have a fight too. See, there go those seeker missiles. Watch, they'll follow him and they'll get him. He's done for. Follow the missiles. Watch it. Watch it. We're just gonna watch this. Oh, there goes some more of them. Here's some for you. Enjoy. Look at the missiles, they're closing in on him. No. They're not seeking very well, are they? They just took out his shields, though. That's funny. It's the end of you. Boom. What is this? This is a distraction zone. Where's it? Let's get back over here. Now I gotta see something here. Are we not able to be allied yet, my friends? There we go. Now we can be allied. Alright, so I'm just gonna give him, I don't know, 7 million credits. There you go. Yay! Now we're allies. And I got 3 allies. Whee! Now I'm gonna go in here. I can get that orange colored stuff. Remember those really good stuff? Yep, 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 yep. Let's get in here. Yeah. Oh, stop. Ah. Okay. Down here from the bottom here. We were at what area were we at? We were in the green area. Mucking around, weren't we? The heck with the green area. Okay. Comes in if you want. Oh, gave it to me. Nice. So be happy. Oh, gave it to me. Nice. What do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll do that. Okay. What else we got here? We can do 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll add this one. 1, 2, 3, 1, 1. There we go. Now, I don't like these coaxial things. They don't do nothing for me. I just don't care. I just don't care how to use them. There you go. There. Now it's back to a normal cannon that I can use. Thank you. Railguns. Leave those alone. Okay, let's just start doing this too. It's a nice chain gun. About these plasma things, they gotta get tougher. better. Oh, it does no damage at all. What are you doing to me here? I don't want to do that. 4 repair turrets? Are you kidding me? Five. There's another one. There's 2 more. Holy shit. Okay. Now, what do we got up here? Nothing. Look at that. Well, we got this. Let's just add that. Okay. Nope. Nothing. There's the big one. Not too bad, not terrible, not great. I'm gonna have to do another run around the universe. Just not getting the upgrades I want. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Here we go. Here we go. Cooling time. 8 seconds. There we go. Oh, it's huge though. Time until overheating. Range 20. Need more upgrade slots though for stuff. I wonder if I just... Can you make something above legendary? Put all these in there and get nothing back. Funny. Okay, on tour again. Around. Let's see. Up here, up here, up here. Where is it? Right there. And then I'll pop back up over there. We do one more cycle around to that, and then we'll go for a tour into the center. I got to get some weapon upgrades, or mod upgrades. I mean, for turrets and things. It's just it's taken forever. It's taken forever, man. I thought I had a cigarette rolled. Did I not have a cigarette rolled? I did have a cigarette rolled. What did I do with it? There it is. I took it and put it in a pack. Yes, kids and adults, don't smoke. It's bad for you. Big waste of money. Surprised they don't have edible caffeine. Adults chewables. Yeah, that's it. I guess that's called chewing tobacco, right? Yeah. So they do in a way. Alright. Let's go 20,000 miles an hour through an asteroid field. There we go. Oh, I hit a rock. That would have killed you normally. I'm going to take a piece of your ship off. You see pieces flying all over the place. Just a damn shame, I tell you. A damn shame. There we go. La 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 la. Here we go. Turrets. Okay, 2 of those. Good, good. I'll take turrets. What do we got for weaponry now? Ooh, look at that. 26 million for that lightning thing. That'll just eat people's shields apart. However, we're not concerned with that at the moment. Down, down, over, over, up, over. There we go. Yeah, can you imagine YouTube's bandwidth bill? I forgot about that. Yeah, that would be a good chunk of the cost of things. Not as much as everyone thinks so. That's why they're able to do it. But they would also be able to lay their own Google Fiber and have peering arrangements. What else is it called? Oh, there's 2 of them in here. What's going on? Oh, that's the mobile guy. Okay, well, let's go talk to the mobile guy first. See what he's got to offer. I'll buy everything he has. Thanks, man. Come here, buddy. Hurry up before he goes. Can I do it from here? Yep. Nice. I'll take all that. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye. You get a couple of them up here now and then. Just randomly. Around. There we go. Vroom. Hitting the right key. Yeah. Okay, I gotta do one of these. Back up. Oh, just about hit it. That ship hits there, it's gonna hit that, and then, yeah. Yep. Turrets? Yep, 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 yep. Come on, more turrets. So now, of course, the game doesn't give you those crazy weapons that you saw in the thing either. That's funny. Wow, after a week of no sunlight again. What was it, 4 days of no sunlight? We finally got the sun shining through my face again. I should take the shower stall curtains and put them up in my window. that's how you can be cheap. Saving money the Kronos way. That is actually kind of funny now that I think about it. How to save money every month? Well, you buy 1 set of shower curtains, and then you don't have to buy curtains for your windows. When you're sitting in the room, you just take the shower curtains and then you put them in the room or over the window. Yeah. I suppose it's kind of silly because it makes you do more work otherwise. More turrets. Look at all the turrets. Turrets, turrets, turrets. Gotta love it. And a quantum hyperspace. Wow, I'm impressed. And then we go over here. Get out of the way. There. See where the hell I'm going here. me just sort this again. Oh no. No, 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 no. 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 Stop. Stop this bullshit. Game's gone stupid. There. Right click, drag. Over here, over there. Thank you. Stupid thing. It's a good thing I didn't have a captain and a second ship. I'd be ordering my ship to go somewhere else. Yeah. Get over there, you fool. Drive. Just drive. Go faster. Yeah, eh? See, like, what you do is you get a Battlestar Galactica like this, and then you, like, at the back end, you make nothing but engines at the back end, eh? You make, like, 50 of them, eh? That's what I did one time, and then I got a speed record in the game here. I was just like, woohoo! I don't recommend doing that through asteroid field, so with collision damage on, you would just disintegrate yourself. You know, it's not good to disintegrate oneself. Keep yourself together, man, you know. We'll make this a little easy, too. There we go. Howdy ho. Howdy ho. Tally ho. Where is that thing? Is it on the other side of it? I bet you it is, too. Oh, where is it? Come on, you. Where are you? You won't let me dock. Come on, you piece of crap. Jesus. Technical difficulties. Technical difficulties. Ooh, quantum hyperspacers. Ooh. Game heard me. I said I wanted turrets. So that's what I gotta do. I gotta say I want turrets, and then it gives me hyperspace things. Just gives you enough that you can't upgrade without taking a risk. Poof. Poof, 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 poof. I should add some more fighters. Have like 100. Put crazy weapons on them. Lightning weapons, yeah. Go, go, go! 500, 1,000. 1,500. 2,000. Alright, that's enough. I'm gonna go right by it. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. 3,000. 2,000. 500. Oh, I'm lucky. Oh, it's almost like I know how to drive. Almost. I'm gonna ram into that. What the hell with it? Where are you? I'm gonna smash you. There. Scanners. Two hyperspacers. See? Suddenly there's no turrets. That's good. That's good. Ooh, look at that. Not bad. Not bad. Okay, take that. What about this one? Lots of quad plasma turrets. That's good. Because they're the most useless weapon in the universe. They look cool. They sound cool. But are they cool? No, they're not. I had like 10 of them on the front of my ship, shooting at things, and they do nothing. Nothing. Just nothing. 2,000. 2,500. We'll go to 3. There we go. That's good enough. Okay. Yeah, no music this morning. Forgot it. Alright, time for some upgrades. Getting a lot of these shields here and there too, eh? Which is kind of neat. Can be handy if you know you're going into a heavy battle. Look at that, eh? Haha, I gave the salvaging. That's funny. Oh, pirates. I don't care. Pirates can go away. Finally. Definite upgrade. There we go. Let's see here. We had this guy. And for these, I have to lean forward now underneath my computer or underneath the monitor because the sunlight will blind me. Nasty. I have a painting I sit in the window, but it can't cover the whole bloody window. I should go get the other one and just cover the whole bloody window. Yeah, I bought some art from a native artist here in town. I'll show it off one day. He did this up in a few minutes one day when I was wandering around with some individual that I can't talk about. It's funny. My crazy youth days. Let's see, we do 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we'll add one of these. So I know we already got, oh, and then it gives me one of those. I got a ton of those. Oh, more shields. Good, good. What else we got here? A bunch of these thingies that I never use. Uh-huh. What else we got in here? More garbage. Garbage, garbage. Lots of garbage. Let's go up, see what we got here. Yeah, I'll take that. We're gonna leave these because I'm just not going to, and same with that. I'm gonna leave it alone. It wouldn't make a difference anyway. Okay. Now we're on tour. Give me a second so I can see what I'm doing. Oh my lord, the light. No, not the light. Not enough. Hold on a minute. I'm going to solve this problem once and for all. called using one's brains. Okay, now let's go way the heck up here. We'll drop in here, and then we're gonna go way up here somewhere. See, I already had there's a couple of fights over there. Those people declared war on me. They attacked me first, though. Bullies. Let's see, where are we here? It's always this real tricky kind of. Where is it? There it is. And we do one of these. Yeah, apparently there's a mod you can get from a guy's making that changes the textures on these to be a little more intense, which is interesting. I had a look at it. You know, it's one of those things where, the game's fine the way it is. See if I can get that now. Ooh, look at that. Nice. And some turrets along the way. Almost makes you want to go back the other way, but we're going to go for a tour. Now we do this. Let's go over here. Hang around. Do a scan. Ooh, yellow dots. There we go. So pop back in the chat for a second here. Yep. Hey guys. Yeah, the game is called Avorion, and it's a game in beta right now on Steam, and it's a multiplayer game where you when you get the game you can either go look for servers, set up a server yourself. But I suggest if you're going to set up a server on a normal PC, okay, you don't have more than 10 friends ever join, because there's like a million or 10 million star systems. Like, I'll show you this. I'll do a little run through for this because there's someone new checking it out. Like, if I show you, each of these is a star system, okay? No. What's going on here? What the? Why is that showing that thing going backwards here? I don't know how to undo that either. What was it? Anyway, yeah, so each of these is a star system. So you can see there's 10 in each of these little squares, roughly, except where there's a void, right? Now, in each sector, which is this big cube, okay, so there's 100. So there's, 100 times 10, there's 1,000, right? So there's 10,000, right? And then you can keep going bigger, right? So 10,000, right? So there's 100,000. So like there's a million star systems here to go look at. And this is what I've done in just the live streams, basically, with maybe a couple hours after and before, And that's how much of the galaxy in that much time I've looked at. And that's using creative mode. You would never get to where I am in less than a month or two of play. Okay, it's that involved. Plus, there's trading. There's player alliances. There's like this system over here of diplomacy, where you see I'm allied right here to these guys here, and I'm friendly to the anything non at war with me here. You can actually have a player run one and build your own bases, and then these little like shops and sell things, and you can run do the mining and different stuff. I'm just doing like fighting and battling, right? Because I just wanted to have a space game where I can fly around shooting things, right? And you can do that in creative mode. The other thing is, you also have fighter bays. Okay, each of these has about 10 fighters in them, and you can have like 10 of these, right? And to give you an idea of those, we go over here. Oh wait, wrong one. All right. Over to here, and you can see my ships will look like that. Little Cylon fighters. And you can even put a weapon in them that you want. I put a legendary one in each of these, right? And at the bottom one here, I used a TIE bomber and put something different in it. And if it wasn't such a big ship that I have, and I scaled these down. These are only size 1 fighters, okay? You can have up to size 8, so they can be 8 times the size of this, right? And you can set up factories on your ship, like the Battlestar Galactica, as I recall, was able to fix its fighters, right? So it has fighter factories on it, basically, and to make equipment and whatever. But you have to mine some resources. So, you could have some of these. I could turn into mining fighters, right? Which will go off and mine the rocks in a system. Some will go and get, like if I kill a ship, it'll go over and take the ship apart, get its mining bits out of it, and any of these little mods, right? This is the mod system here, okay? And when you permanently install it, it gives me some bonuses, right? That's the green bits there that you see, right? Because like you can see here, where it says permanent installation only, not active, right? It would give me an extra 12 jump range and a hyperspace cooldown of 25%. And what does that do? Well, that would give me a lot. Now the thing is, once you install one of these permanently, if you go to take it out, it destroys it. So I kind of screwed up there. I shouldn't have done these permanently, but I was sick and tired of having a 6-minute wait time for hyperspaces. You'll see me the last 2 streams ago or so, I was singing about how my hyperspace had to cool down. I kind of lost it there. And yeah, different mods doing different things, right? Depends on what kind of ship you want to run. Like if you had you could even set up a passenger liner. It's kind of crazy. You can get missions like that and go pick people up and bury them around. And you can be a pirate, and you can, and go after stations and different things like that. And you can be, and when you destroy station stuff and get all the goods, you can't just go to the next place and sell it because they're tagged as stolen. So then you got to find a smuggler who will turn it into legal goods for you. There's what else is there in this? There's then there's the weapon systems, right? Now when you're over here and you see these slots give me 9 armed turret slots. Okay, now I've gone all armed. If you were doing mining, you would take right here where it says unarmed. Those are for mining and salvage lasers, okay? Now I took armed, right? And you can see how some of these aren't so good. That one's only 4? What the hell? So if I can take 5 of these off and get an upgrade, but what'll happen is, yeah, wait a minute. I do not want any of these. Yeah, I gotta wait until I get a bunch more of these. So when it says armed or unarmed, okay, that means you'll get 4 slots where you can take salvage lasers, mining lasers, or armed, right? Which makes them useful for both. They're rarer. What I do is when I get like 2 or 3 of these and 2 of these, I would combine 3 with the 2, and you know you're going to get an upgrade, and it'll be one or the other. And then you get these Zotan parts, and they'll give you things like there's a guy you fight early on. He'll give you that, and that's 10 armed, right? Right there. And you get different stuff when you do the Zotan things, right? It'll be, one might be a hyperspace thing that'll give you like crazy amount of hyperspace stuff. I see I got 4 here. I'm not touching that. Not touching that until I got enough. I learned my lesson. What else? Then there's the power setup, right? You got your power requirements if you want to lessen different things, right? I've got it set so I don't have to worry about power. Cargo. See all the cargo I got here? Right? You can go to a place and sell the scrap, and you'll get, 24 credits for each of these, right? And what else have we got here? Your crew. Okay, you need to have a crew. And right now I've got more than enough engineers, double the amount of engineers I need. I can have up to 7,600. I should set up some borders, right? And what these guys do are they'll go across in little mini ships to attack and board ships, right? You got to take their shields down, and then they can get into the vessel and try and take it over. And you can take over things. I could take over a whole system if I wanted to, if I had enough guys. Let's see. You got generals, and if you get a captain, the next thing you can do, okay, is I could leave this vessel and make a second vessel and do all the same things. I can do that 10 times. I could have 10 of these things with 100 fighters in each of them, and then we could all travel around together in the galaxy. It's trippy, man. It's bloody trippy, this game. And the thing is, he did nothing for the game when it came out, forever, and just sat back and let everybody mod it and have fun with it, and then, didn't do anything, and then all of a sudden in about 2017 he decided, Steam made some new rules, and they said you can't sit in early access forever, right? And that kind of started pushing people into saying, okay, we've got to do some development here and there. And he made some fixes and changes, and sometimes they screwed me up where I couldn't play the game, and then recently he's fixed everything up, and they're saying that by summer this will be an actual release game. Now, it would be such a solid thing of him to do. The only thing in this game I would like him to do, that he needs to do, to make this a really, really viable game, longer term, right, would be to change that 1 million star system galaxy thing, because that is hell on a server. Back in about 2 or 3 years ago, when you didn't have all these multi-core threaded servers going around, right? There was the ones that were really expensive, so the only people that could play this game were donating a massively expensive server to do this. And so what ended up happening is after 2 or 3 months, the servers would start having such lag to let you log in that you had to reboot everything. But people enjoyed it enough they would do that. And you had about 700 or 800 people that were always playing, right? And it's been growing. Like when I first came back and started playing this game, there were only 300 people. Now it's up around 1,000. That's just to tell you that they're going the right way. And like, the thing is, the one thing I don't like to see is a dev saying what he said on the forum. He's trying to say that from 2017 onward we've had 3 years of development, and it's bizarre. When I type it in YouTube, right, it doesn't say when the game came out. It just says when he says it started, right? It's like began when Steam started, right? That's not true because this game has existed since at least 2013, late 2013, and you start seeing YouTubers doing it in 2014, early 2014 and such. So a lot has changed though. I mean, for the better. I mean, it works pretty good on my PC, and this is 720p, right? I mean, I could go up to what could I go up to? I could go up to 1600 by 900 with no lag, right? When I don't have streaming and OBS on, all that stuff. I cut off Discord there. Discord eats bandwidth too, right? You have to, in order for Discord not to bother you, here's another little tip. Start OBS, even if you're not using it, and then start Discord, because Discord senses OBS for some reason. So that's something I don't like. Why are you checking out what I'm running? A chat software. That's just, what the hell? I saw that one day, using less bandwidth so you can stream. And I went, well, that's good, but why are you using more bandwidth? I don't see why you should use more bandwidth anyway. Little things you kind of pick up on as you're traveling around the universe. But yeah, and I think the cost of the game was like $20 on Steam, and I would say, get it on sale, and you'll have something you can muck around with, right? Okay, nothing in here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go over here, over to this one. See what I mean about that hyperspace shit? Imagine sitting here for 5 minutes. That's what I did. Like the night before I had brought this ship on, that's what I did. I just went around going system to system, sitting here for 5 minutes, and I just built up enough hyperspace that it was like about a minute and a half, almost whatever. It was manageable, because there's no way I'd sit here for 5 minutes at a time doing nothing. And he nerfed the hyperspace stuff, right? I says, yeah, I made a post and I says, yeah, how to annoy your user base, your player base, by changes to code. Make your game run slower. Have them sitting around doing nothing for minutes and minutes at a time. Because the way I'm doing these upgrades would take someone else far longer, because in between that you got to go and mine or make some money somehow and then buy this stuff, right? And you may get more selective about what you're buying just because of that, right? Like there's items here that I wouldn't even bother with normally. I'm just grabbing. Oh, here we go. Fight. You're dead. Who's next? This guy. I suppose I should move. Look at that. Oh. Torpedo ahoy. Get out of the way. Oh, I missed. Look at all my missiles. Watch this shit. Oh, he's still alive. I don't believe it. You gotta be kidding me. Oh, lucky you. Your turn. Get his shields. Take his shields out. That's it. Missiles will do the rest. There we go. around. They're all underneath me, are they? Do 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 do. Whoa! Let's go. Gotcha. He's firing missiles at me. I haven't even brought out my my fleet yet, or the fighters yet either, right? None of these guys are a threat. This is an endgame ship anyway. I could probably, with the weaponry I have, do the guy in the center, although it would be really a nasty battle. That's why I want some more upgrades. Hey, that green thing didn't come back to me. What the bloody hell, man? I want that. I want that. Thank you. Oh, you're coming, are you? Look at these missiles firing. Very fast firing things, is he? He's done. Look at all the missiles converging. Whoosh. That's it. You're done. Poof. Poof. That guy's 91 away. I can't even. That's 100 away. Chickens. Running away. They running away, man. So now if you had salvage lasers, you could go and take those ships apart. I don't really care about it, because I can just do this. Go to the next star system. Kill some more people. Kill, 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 kill. Kill them now. Shoot, shoot, shoot now. Oh yeah. So I got a nav computer that's like a VIC-20. It sits over on the left side of me here, and it computes galactic coordinates. Yeah. That's why it takes so long. It's running a early version of some kind of Windows from Microsoft. Yeah, that's it. I don't have any PDCs. I don't see a need for them. My shields are... I got 2 million, almost 2 million shields. Whee! I was in one battle yesterday where they took one block of my shields off. That'd be like taking like 2% of my shields. It's like 30 of them pounding away at me, and you can hear just like, this has gotta be bad, man. It sounds awful, all these booms and explosions. It wasn't though. Oh boy, now we're on. Now there's a station in here, eh? Oh boy, here we are. These guys are the close ones, eh? Jeez, all that firing, and I just took that much shield. Look at how much the missiles are doing damage. Barely. Look at the size of this. Ooh. Oh, I broke it right in half. Ooh, look at the loot coming off it. All those. I see a sentinel there. So this is what I do, eh? I go kill one guy, and then I go take his loot. Then go kill the next guy. Let the missiles just kind of take care of people. Take that. Go over here. You see how you're gaining scrap and everything else. Yeah, I gotta bend up here and get that. What is that? Defensive weapon system. Alright, let's move. Full speed ahead, Captain. Turn around. ha 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 ha. I'm gonna put those new railguns on. So, and another thing in creative mode, once you get one weapon, you can put it on multiple times. That's something you can't do in the regular game. You need to then have multiple types, right? This guy is bugging me. There's your shield's gone, buddy. Better run. Better run. Here come the missiles. Yeah. Those little glowy white things that have like the little wings, different colors. The better color is it goes white, then green, then blue, then a kind of yellow, and then orange, and then of course your purple. Oh yeah, it's just gonna never end in here. All right, where are you? Comes. These are dreadnoughts. Battleships. And another thing you can do if you want to get strategic, see how he's got those little white bits at the back? That's his thrust. You take all those out, he can't move. See? We got a few more people to do yet here. Back up. Let's go. Yeah, that was a good hit. Mobilizing. Another guy shooting at me, eh? Oh, I missed. That big boom 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 is the big two guns at the front I have. There's a couple of blues down here, so we'll go pick the loot up. They're gonna keep attacking me, but I just destroyed the biggest section of their fleet anyway. I'll get around here. There, so we go like this. We head down underneath. Oh no, there's another guy shooting at me. Oh, he's firing torpedoes now, and a hyperspace blocker. Ooh, that actually hurt me too, eh? Meanie. Okay, you're dead. As soon as I get you anyway. Oh, look at these, one of these sticky guys. These are hard to kill. Oh, got your shields off. Oh my god. That's lucky. This guy. Oh, hear that? That wasn't good. There are some missiles that will go through my shields, but I can repair. Look at the missiles falling on them. We're gonna get you. Zip over there and get that loot. Watch how quickly this thing turns. I like that. We're not done yet here. Take this guy out. And this would be good to salvage because... Oh. Come on, hit him. Why are you aiming at the other guy there? Done. You hear that clunk clunk. Now, let's go see if we can take out one of his stations. This one. Let's see. I haven't done this in a while. There's something attacking him there. Oh, a Zotan. Get over there and kill that before he kills it. So I can get a Zotan part. Haha. Gotcha. Now. 12 million? Let's see if we can do this. How much damage did I just do to the shields? Like nothing. See what I mean? I need better weapons, man. It'll be a while before I get his shields down. Whee! Just gotta keep the mouse button down, man. Let's see how long my finger can handle it. Oh, 43%. When you hear that big clunk clunk, that's 6 or 7%. So I can do this. Before I couldn't do it. It wouldn't let. I was like doing 1%. Some guy's hitting me with a missile from behind, eh? And get your shields right whacked. I'm gonna get this place first. Oh, that sounded like it hurt. Everything's overheated, man. See that little where all you see that like the flame there? That's my weapon's overheated. He's down to 26%. When you take your finger off, everything cools quicker. Ready? Fire. 23%. Oh, here we go. Clunk clunk. 19%. Oh, he hasn't done much to my hull or anything yet. %. One big clunk clunk and it's all gone. I'm all out of weapons. La 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 la. There we go. Ha, fooled you. There goes weapons. Finally. Now let's see what happens here. Ah, destroyed that, didn't I? Oh, looks like my shields are finally starting to take a tiny bit of damage. Oh, he's got his shields back up, has he? How dare you? There we go. There, it's done. Shortly. There we go. Got it. Now we can take care of these guys. Almost. What is this, battleship again? Do his engines. Do his engines. There we go. Oh, look at all the loot fly off of him. Alright, turn around. Your turn. Where am I being hit with these torpedoes? Gotta be this guy, eh? Headhunter. That's the last one you're doing. There. And that is how you take out a whole star system. Yeah. Yeah, that's nothing though. Some guys, what they do is they really beef them up, and you'll have like 50 battleships in a star system, and they'll have much better weaponry than these clowns. And the ships will look better too. You can design your own alliance ships, which is kind of neat too, because then you could do a themed thing, right? You could do like a Star Wars thing where you have the Empire on one side, you have, you know, the rebels on one, or the rebels on one side, and then you could even have different other groups that do different races, you know, like, and their ships. That's the reason why I like games that you can mod and you can play with, because it gives the user base value, and it gives you replayability. That's the main keys to all of this. I just saw a demo that someone gave out, and I got to get back to them, because when I was standing, like, the game runs really good and looks good. It requires 8 gig of RAM though, minimum, to run. And the problem is that when he's standing there and you just do a little move to the left, his legs start doing this twitchy move. That's not having the proper delays set up in your like in Unreal, it would be the blueprint to say to this key, move this way, and have a delay when you turn, so that you can, then it goes back to the idle thing, because what it's doing is it's twitching between the idle and the turn motion, and it makes his legs look like he's doing a weird thing. But otherwise, you know, it's not bad. But to say that after 4 years of development, this is as far as you got, that's not a good sign. Okay, because what I've just learned in a year, and really in the last 6 months, I could take an animation that somebody does and have it set into a key, say that you're turning left, and have it go from this animation idle and do a turn animation, and then come back to the idle animation, right? Turn left, turn right, you know, that kind of thing. I can do that. That's There's even tutorials. And how you ask. There's tutorials on YouTube there for stuff like this. Like a lot of people, this is the thing that I kind of slap YouTube for, is that they've got a ton of talent around here and they're not paying them for it really. I would think if you're doing tutorials and stuff like that, if it's a bona fide tutorial and not just some kind of shill to make yourself, money for a mod or something for, you know, or some crap like that where you're just leading people into something, right? That it's a genuine tutorial, then, and you're doing it like that, they should give you a couple extra bucks, you know. I mean, that's speaking up for the guys that do them, right? The thing is that they just pay everybody the same, so everybody does the least amount that they can do to do things, and that's where it's kind of not cool in that sense. You should do as much as you can. Mind you, you get kind of tired doing all this all the time, right? Like the live streams take it out of you, right? I like doing the recordings like I was doing before, right? And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start doing more recordings and then just do some live streams on the weekends or something like that. It's a little more, but I like engaging with people and talking to you and saying hi to everybody and, seeing what you're up to. And then if you come into the chat, I know you're active around my stuff, and then I go visit your stuff sometimes, right? Not all the time, but most of the time. You got to remember, like, and here's another tip for people. If you're trying to grow, make sure you have one video that's under half an hour or under 10 minutes, let's say, so that they can go and they can watch a whole video, give you a like if they like what they see and they subscribe and all that stuff. That's fine, right? And the reason being is so that YouTube doesn't tell its AI that somebody has to watch a whole video to get the notification. And then what you also do when you go there is you leave a comment and you don't put any silly emojis in them. I know it's a nice thing to have happy faces and all that jazz, but YouTube thinks of it as spam. They want nobody to be happy in the universe, I guess, unless it's their friends. I don't know, whatever, That's just little tips to help everybody grow and stuff like that. Take a little break here and go into the chat. So yeah, just a little explanation about the game, difference, things like that. And this is the creative mode where you can just go in and do whatever you want, really. It allows you to also have unlimited money and resources so that you can just build what you want. And the thing is, and here's another tip if you get the game, go ahead and experiment with the workshop and grab ships, but what you're going to realize is you should bring them into creative mode and see if they're worthy to be used, because this is a ship that I know the guy that made it and he's used it. So this is why right off the hop I don't have to put anything on the ship. You'll notice with the Vader ship I had to start adding things to it to make it functional. What looks good is not necessarily functional, because the people that were building them didn't build them with functionality in mind. Okay, that's one thing to remember. There's a difference. There are some ships, like some of the Enterprise ships and stuff like that, totally not cool. And honestly, a Klingon design is far more agile of a design, thinking in a thruster sense, than say the Enterprise stuff, because where are the thrusters you're going to put them? right? That's, you know, you end up having to make the ship look non-Star Trek to make it work. Anyway, so we went in there, we did that. Let's see here. That was a good fight. But, come on! Why won't it drag? Cancel. 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 Drag the map. Thank you. It's not letting me do that right today. There we go. You know that Microsoft is up to something with your operating system when the mouse issues start. Okay? I'm just telling you guys that. Okay? I'm just telling you guys that. That every time, that's how I clued into the day that they were doing this forced upgrade on Windows 7. I was having some issues with my mouse all of a sudden, and then suddenly it tried to pop some screen to say it was going to do all this shit, and I said, no, you're not. I just canceled everything, turned everything off, unhooked the internet, and then unhinged all their garbage, and said, you know what? I talked to a Russian. He said, take this DLL and edit it, and take this, and this out, and then stop them from doing that. And I said, okay, I'll note that. And then that was the end of that. That's how you do it. And that's a back door that Microsoft intentionally put in every single version of Windows. So this has been from the, and if you guys think that Windows 10 is, you know, a little intrusive, okay, what they have planned or wanted to do, okay, they wanted to do back 20 years ago, okay, and they wanted to do more, okay. There's a version of XP that came out right before XP actually came out, and holy call home spyware, blah blah blah, holy moly. We had it on a network and like closed off, and we just logged everything it did, and holy shit. My uncle just came in and he freaked right out on me. I says, look man, you wanted a copy of the thing because you're a Microsoft guy and this was a leak and you wanted to see what was being leaked. This is what's being leaked. And he just, and I said, this is what they wanted to do with the Windows XP, right? And I says, it won't fly. And so what they've done is they've incrementally added little bits of this stuff over time to every single one of these things until they think they can get away with it. And the next step will be to make you pay a subscription, and that's when their operating system dies. Nobody's going to pay every month to run Windows. That's a big joke. Nobody, because we're too poor to begin with, because everything else is so bloody expensive. That's where they're going wrong. They think that we can afford it, and no, we can't. That's why games like this are so popular, is because, you know, I get replayability out of it. I get value. I get 800 hours out of this game, right? You know, I certainly didn't pay $310 Canadian for Total War Warhammer and all its DLC. Did I? No, I waited a few years and then I go and get the game when it's on sale at 50%, and it's still 50% off. That's disgusting, right? It's still 44 bucks. Go buy one other DLC and they wanted 20 bucks, 50% off. They want 10 bucks for it. So $54. No, I'm not doing that anymore either. And then the way Steam does things, it's the same reason I don't play Path of Exile. It could be the greatest game on earth. I'm not downloading 10 gigabytes every time you do a 100 megabyte update. Sorry, man. I don't want to be tying up my goddamn computer for 2 or 3 hours every time you goddamn well do this shit. That's why it's stupid. It's beyond stupid. Oh, wait a minute here. This is going to be tricky. Whoa. Yeah. Hey, I know. I'm a mobile merchant. I'm going to go park in the asteroid field and have everybody come over here. See, I just bumped into that asteroid. Yep. Oh. Okay. Mobile merchant. There we go. Turrets. Yep. Thank you. Anyway, I'll go get this stuff. And where's that other one? It's up here. There you are. Go do another run around here, and that'll be it for this stream. What the hell am I shooting at here? Am I in a war or a fight? What the hell's going on here? Oh, they popped in some pirates and didn't tell me. Trying to attack the mobile merchant, are you? Die. Time to die. Your turn. This guy's too quick. Come on. There you go. What are you shooting at, you fool? Oh, there he is. I gotta get over there or I'm gonna end up shooting my own guys. Because they get in the way. They're too stupid. There. Kills enemies dead. I go over here. Oh, don't hit him. Jeez. Ah. Now I'm going to hit the station. Yep. Yep. Frickin' idiot. Getting in my way. Asshole. Stupid AI. Jesus Christ, man. Yeah, they haven't made an artificial intelligence yet that can do anything right. YouTube is proof of that. Turrets, yes. Ah. Okay, we'll go down here now. Get out of the way. No, get out of the way. Out of the way. Come on. There we go. I should go back now to that one sector where we were having a war with them guys. And just wipe them right out because they'll have weaker everything. Yeah, that's a ticket. We'll do that tomorrow. We'll go wipe out a whole faction. Yeah. Yep, I'm getting leg spikes constantly now, so something's up. What time is it? Yeah, same time every day too. Either somebody's logging on and hitting my IP, or something else from the ISBN. Which I wouldn't put past Bell Canada to be mucking around with shit either. Those guys are evil. That's the back. That's what's behind my lovely ISB, TechSavvy, which is a great company. It's too bad they have to use Bell's network for shit. It's terrible. Terrible, I tell you. Just awful. And we go over here. And this will be it after I get the upgrades done here. Okay. Spacebar. Cool. There. Jeez. This game. Oh, it could be the game too because I start exploring too many sectors. Although this PC has a lot of RAM to help it. Yes, yes. Over this way. And yes, you can even build your own weapons too if you really wanted to do that stuff. I haven't bothered to do that. Yeah, I could probably do some really good weapons too. It's hitting the right place to do it. You gotta have the right components, and those you just can't do in creative mode. Basically what creative mode does is just allows you to build the ship. It doesn't allow you to steer it, drive it, use it, or nothing else. Of course it's on the other side, right? Am I right? Yeah. Where are you? Jeez. Laser turrets again. Turrets. Lots of turrets. Yes, yes. Why is that doing that? Stop that. Stupid thing. That's what I mean. Mouse is going all stupid. And you can also tell when it starts to try to... You click once and it does a double click. It's like sticky keys or some shit. That's Microsoft mucking around with your operating system without your permission. So there's something I must have not missed last time when I unhooked stuff. Which is fine. Catch them at it, tell my friends, and then they... That's enough of that. Yep. Water Shark is your friend. Oh yeah, I installed that game from Steam, so I wonder if there's something back-ending that. I'll have to check in the background. I'm going to run that game with Wireshark. If I detect anything, then I know who I'm going after in Discord about that. And I will definitely have some nice words then for somebody. Yeah. Tisk tisk. Yeah, now all of a sudden everything stopped. That's funny. Nice and easy. Go over here, over there. Just do this so it's easy. See, this guy's going in on the same one too, so I gotta go at an angle here. I'm gonna go to the one on the other side. Just do it like this. Go ahead, bump into it like a good little stupid AI. Yeah, that's right. Good, a quantum hyperspace, two of them, a couple of them. And this is how we upgrade. You can do it with 3, but you run a risk that you don't get stuff. You can do it with 4, it's a little bit more of a chance, and 5 is a guaranteed upgrade. Let's see. There's those turrets. And we should have some more turrets up here. Just add one of these. Not worried about those. What did I click there? Okay. I got lucky. It's good. A bit lucky here. Okay, don't worry about weaponry right yet. Oh, look at that. Nice. Lots of suitcases. Or whatever these are. Yeah, we got lucky again. I like that. Armed. Okay. Yep. It's a good run. That's good enough for down well. Let's see what we got here. cargo hold. Oh, let me see. Not much I want to do in there right yet. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. There's one more of those. I don't want to try that. Not yet. I need a lot more there, too. Okay. Alright, let's see where we're at here. Time. Yeah, it's a 2-hour stream. Yep. It's good. Yeah. Hey there. Yeah. Like, it's a fun game. And hi guys, how is everybody? It's good to see a bunch of people here. Yeah, I haven't done much of the other aspects of the game just because there were so few people when I started playing this game again that, I hopped into one server that's on the other side of the bloody world and kept getting disconnected. And what's amazing though is I tried the other day and it's spurted from there was like 300 people on, now there's like 1100, 1200 people. So some people are grabbing up at this game because, like I said, this is something, older PCs can play, newer PCs can play, everyone can play and enjoy. And there's you don't need to go spend lots of money. If you have one of your friends that's a little bit tech savvy, he can set up a server and do stuff. Oh, I gotta get out of the way here. I'm gonna blast my buddy to pieces. Get going, get going. Go, 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 go. Whoops. Whoops. Where is he? Oh, he's over there. Okay, we'll get rid of this guy. Yeah, he's making a run for it now. Oh, and then more guys. Where's my weapons, man? My weapons aren't working. Hey. Hey. Hey, what the hell? Nothing's working. Nothing is working, guys. What was the key shit? Oh, that's why. I had them turned off. Accidentally hit the 1 and 2. Okay, now. Get the sun in my face. One down. 2 down. There and get that upgrade. Pile through that shit. Swing around. That guy. I don't know if I'm in range. Oh, these guys over here. Okay, back over to you. Don't worry about that guy. Well, maybe I should. Well, maybe not. He's dead. What else is left? Some numpties over here. They really like attacking us, eh? That's revenge. This is like revenge for, see my missiles if I hit my own guys, right? Or I kill one of us. That's why you want seeker missiles. Oh, there we go. He's done. I didn't even shoot nothing. It was all automated weapons. Almost all of it. The blue weapons you see are rail guns. Okay. Everybody quiet here now? Yeah. But yeah, like I used to play this game religiously with a group of about 20 something people, and the other thing that most places set up is like outside the center you have like PvE only. Oh, I knew there was one guy left. There you go. Anyway, you get PvE on the outside, and then you can, if you go inside and you run into somebody, you can have PvP. And with these new token things you can buy, you can just save up money before you go into the center, and then you don't have to worry about stuff. Now, mind you, when you're building weapons too, you can set a certain amount that you want to try and go for, and it will be a little less range than what I'm doing. Like, this is just random stuff I'm picking up. Like, if I started building my own turrets and all that other stuff, you can get better stuff. Okay. I'm just this is just me hopping back in, getting back used to the game and aspects of it. I mean, I didn't even remember how to make biters there. That was funny. Took me a while. I had to go look at somebody and see how it's done. And I don't have any salvage lasers or nothing on this thing. Look at all the loot I'm missing, right? But I don't need it. I don't need the mining aspect. I just need the mods. That's why it's quicker just to do this. I could just go around in circles here for a couple hours, and then I'm done, right? And the more hyperspace windows I get, the bigger jumps I can do, right? You want to be closer in here, though. That's the key, right? You get better loot closer into the circles. So that's why I keep jumping around. I'm hoping I find, other areas every time I jump up here. So like this time I'm going to jump up there, and then I'm going to go up to the north part. See if I can find another civilization. Sooner or later I'll run into somebody who doesn't want to kill me when I enter the system. That's the other problem when you get into, I found when you got into the middle of the map. Everybody wanted to kill you all the time. It was like not fair. That's why it was extremely rare that I found these guys and made friends with them, right? It's because I have auto weapons on, so my weapons, if they're red, they're supposed to go bad with you first, right? Oh, look at this. Oh, that's these guys. I was thinking, oh, I've jumped to a new area and they're not too bad with me. Something's attacking somewhere. I heard that. Anyway, yeah. So I'm gonna do another run around the circle here. I'm gonna go one more space up, and then see what I get for a jump, and then we'll call that a stream. This just gives me a little bit of time off to think about other things and do other stuff, right? And this is sort of the keeps my mind into a building mode too, right? Which is kind of good for if you're into wanting to do level design and all this other stuff. There's a lot of other stuff I gotta learn here, so this is where, yeah, I'm just playing with height maps and doing textures on things and seeing what kind of funky looking stuff I can come up with, right? Just the things that you wouldn't normally see. Okay, up, 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 up. There we go. Jeez, a lot of scanners, eh? Ooh, look at that. I can get that chain gun, too. Because I'm an ally. Let's go over here, then. Just because I want to. And fill up on loot. I start moving this ship, I got that 1978 Battlestar Galactica theme song in my head. There are those who be life began here, out there. Dun, 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 dun. It's like having the theme song of the old Flintstones stuck in your head all day. It'll drive you a little mental. Mental, I tell you. Nothing wrong with that. As long as you're not hurting anybody and yourself. It's all good. Okay, where is that silly place again? can't see. Frickin' light. I am. I'm gonna get like paper and like tape my window like all sealed. I could see the landlord out in the parking lot looking at people at the apartments going, what did that guy just tape his windows shut for? You have like the police knocking at your door going, what are you doing in there, son? Well, I'm playing video games, sir. Can we come in and see? Only if you're a Patreon. That's what I would tell them. See if they even understand that. They'd probably arrest you and beat you up. Just for being smart, Alec. Whoever they are. That's what absolute power does to people. It corrupts absolutely. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, I want to have a look at this. What is this? There you go. Action territory map. Sector stations, additional sectors, gate network. Interesting. Trade guild beacon. What's this? What's this? Merchants. Give me calls in a merchant of your allies. Must be used in an ally's territory. Ah, so that's how you get the merchants in here. So like I could go like 3 of these and just keep calling them in. Go to like jump to another system, like call them in, call them in, call them in, call them in, call them in. yeah. Torpedoes. What do we have for torpedoes? Ooh, look at that. Damage 120,000. Shield damage 160,000. There's both shield and hull. That's a nasty little weapon, that is. Haven't used any torpedoes in this one yet. I got so much in the way of shielding, I don't even care, and I got a big ship. I got a big ship. Let's go over here. I haven't been over here for a bit. My ears just popped. Uh-oh. Yes, all the wax in my ears dried up, and I grab my nose and hold my mouth shut and blow, and this giant thing of wax flies out of your ear, hits your friend in his face, or an enemy. Yeah. Oh, leg. What happened there? Oh, something going on here in chat, I can tell. YouTube's just trying to spam the heck out of you. Once you get past 2 hours, it doesn't like that. Yeah. Yeah, like right now on this beginner level, it's just I'm gonna start turning up the difficulty, because this is just a joke right now. Yeah, and that's right too. You got to find the right factory, you know, and that's a month's worth of searching around the galaxy now, isn't it? And yet you're right, pirates are a joke. I mean, I just these weapons, I'm like, they're like trinium based, I think, and I'm like smoking them in the center here. I just took out a station there not long ago, right? You know, with some missiles and some railguns. That's pretty silly. And I mean, the thing is, you know, with some modding, you could make things tougher, but you don't want to make it so tough that, you know, you're never gonna get anywhere, right? But there should be. If I was to do a game like this, when you're upgrading, they'd have to upgrade a little too, right? Like, you know, maybe not at the same speed though. That's how I would do that, right? So they have like a head start on you, so you don't just run down there and just get squished, and then they slowly upgrade, and then you upgrade too, right? Like I got one weapon early on that like I'm in an area where most things are doing like 100 damage, 200 damage, and I got 100,000 damage weapon as a drop, just out of the blue. I was like, huh. And then I didn't see one of those until I got to the center in here, and then it was like I couldn't buy it because I saw one weapon, it had 900,000 damage, and I couldn't buy it because I wasn't an ally, and I haven't seen anything like it since. I've never seen a weapon like that in this game. I was like, what? I guess, there have been changes, right? So, I don't know. But it is. Imagine, okay, like I've got access to the Unreal Engine. I grabbed all the free stuff they gave out last year. Okay? Imagine a couple guys like me getting together and making a non-voxelated game like this. Okay? One of the guys who had bought into Star Citizen's craziness and obviously has a top-end PC was mucking around with the next version of Unreal and showing people, what he could do with, stuff. And it certainly, and people were going, now, if only they had have made Star Citizen in Unreal. Because all the things that you couldn't do in Unreal before that CryEngine could do, but not well, right? And not without performance hits that no hardware could really deal with, in a server situation. Now we have AMD with multi-threading. We have Intel starting to drop prices. So this is a great time to be developing things like this, because with multi-threading, I can have a server looking after multiple things at the same time. And you can give it a ton of RAM. RAM is cheap, has never been cheaper. Okay, that's another aspect that you guys don't realize. Alright? Like, what the PC for $1,000 that I could buy right now that Jay's 2 cents showed, right, would be enough for me to do almost everything I wanted to do. I mean, I want to go over and hug that guy. I'm not that kind of guy, but you know what I'm saying, It's just like, good move, buddy. You just showed everybody how they can do things. And that would be for somebody who could stream games. You could play games, you could stream your games, you can do enough on development. Just get these blue bits. I want the blue bits. Zotin technology. Must have the Zotin technology. Give me that. Give me that. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. I'm just going to run right through this guy. I don't have any collision on here. I don't care. Get out of my way. Clunk. I didn't even run into anything. That's crazy. Went right through that little hole there. Looks like something died over here. I thought there was 4 of them. Where'd they all go? Are they all dead? Oh, I guess I killed one with the missiles down here. That's funny. Yeah, he nerfed the hyperspace jumping too, and I ripped him for that on the thing there, and made a post that hey everybody, congratulate us. We got 3 years of development going. Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm sitting here looking. I knew this game was older than that, so I type it in YouTube, and here's this guy showing his first playthrough in 2014 in July, right? So obviously the game is even older than that, because, if somebody has played and seen it, before a guy would even consider it being neat on YouTube, he would have probably been playing the game already for a couple of months or a month or something. And I know it's from 2013. So the game's like 7 years old, right? So then a guy's like coming back on me, he says, oh, he's not trying to say the game isn't older than that. I says, read the freaking title. Let's do a poll on Reddit and see what people think. Okay, it's not the first time he's tried to hide how old the game is, and then, it's these guys that sit on early access for years and years and years and years and doing nothing. Like, I'd love to buy the rights to this game. I would do so much with it, right? And it would get fixed. It would get fixed. All the problems. Like if you look at the Unreal Engine update yesterday, there were like 100 fixes. Okay? That's the kind of crap that would happen. I'd go, what's the problem? And we'll go, let's fix it. Enough of this shit. Right? And I'll say to everybody, I says, listen, it's going to be a pain in the butt for the next couple of months because every month I'm going to put out some updates. And then after that, I'll wait every 5 or 6 months and then give you a big update with a ton of fixes. And then, we're going to have everybody say, well, you fixed 50 things, but 10 things broke, and then we'll fix those 10 things, and so on and so on and so on until it's done. Right? That's what he should have been doing for years. But he sat back for a couple years doing diddly. Literally. Did I get that piece? No, that's good. Anything else left in here? That's why a lot of people just gave up on the game too, right? That's why you don't see too many people doing this. And then, he's done some really good updates in the last little while all of a sudden. I'm beginning to wonder if somebody else isn't helping him because, even the software to update this stuff has changed, right? So you got to relearn that too, right? Like there's learning curves for stuff. And of course I got to drop that all over the place. There we go. Okay, so we're exploring the last bits of their area to see if there's anything down in these spots down here. Well, I like a game like this. I mean, it's easy enough that you can, if you want to have lots of multiplayer, you got the multiplayer. If you want to do a single player, you can just do it, And you can mess with the code if you want. You can whatever, Like it's not a big deal. I just don't know enough about Lua stuff to get in code, but I mean, it wouldn't stop me from doing it if I wanted to. But I would do things like this kind of building thing and make it non-voxel. The next generation of PCs coming down the pipe, it's going to be able to be done. Okay, that's what I'm trying to get at, is kind of planning for the future and get my brain into being able to do things like this and stuff, so that I'm there. And I mean, even with a 2060 graphics card, I mean, I should be able to do okay. And then I'll have 32, 64 gigabytes of RAM. Get a terabyte SS or 500 gigabyte, maybe a terabyte SSD, and then another 2 terabyte regular hard drive, and just put stuff on that regular hard drive, and then put the main programs I always use on the SSD, and then you're good. You know what I mean? And that's how you do it. Get a nice power supply to make sure you're 10% above what everything in there can do, so you're never gonna not have that power, right? So, and you make sure you get like the gold standard or maybe a platinum, right, for your power efficiency, right? So you're never gonna run that low on it. And look at that, I found another equipment dock, so now our run gets bigger. Add note. See, it's keeping me wanting to go over there. So I just go EQ. Okay. There we go. There. He's a mobile merchant. Oh, it's just a mobile guy. Be here offer my service for the next 15 minutes. Oh, so it's just a mobile guy. Never mind. Come on, stop. Stop, buddy. There we go. Come on. There we go. I'll buy that. Oh, are ya? How close do I gotta be to this turd? That close? Okay. There we go. So I gotta take that node off there. Delete a note. See, you can add a note, but you can't delete one. Imagine that. Oh, that's how you delete it. You just blank it. Okay, well, that's different. And I couldn't figure out how to get rid of that stupid thing there, but what you do is you just click anywhere else on the map and it'll go away. That was so annoying when I first saw that. I was like, ah, I can't see what's below there. Now, mind you, with some of the new PCs and CPUs that are coming out and motherboards, etc., the future would be that this game will have more and more life because you'll be able to play it longer too, like, and be able to do more and have less lag. And usually, most of the multiplayer lag that you get is because the server's trying to do so much, right? And it only has so many threads that it can do things. And if you have 20 people doing things, things get bottlenecked. And that's why you need massive amounts of RAM to stuff all that in there while it waits. And it can bottleneck. That's always the problem. Always a problem. What's in here? Nothing. A wormhole. Like, I used to like just going off, doing the mining. That kind of mining sound was nice and soothing, you know. That was another thing. Yeah, I don't mind doing a first-person shooter game too, but you know, I like diversifying my games. I like doing different stuff, right? It's visually appealing, more visually appealing when you're doing different things, not all the time, right? Like a playthrough is good, gets everybody interested in that playthrough. A little story-based thing going on. What do we got here? Look at this one, just going weird, eh? Okay, over to here. And yeah, it's amazing how many people have this game. They just don't play it all the time. You know, there's always something else that you can play too. Like now that I got the Warhammer 1 installed, I want to do its little campaigns and stuff like that. Go through that. I'll have to look at the mods because potato PC, right? Uh, that's the thing, right? It's too bad Microsoft really cheesed out on Windows 7 users and went this Windows 10 route. It's just sad. There, it's kind of like they've given up on desktop users because if they hadn't have given up on desktop users, okay, you would have a desktop operating system that doesn't look like a telephone. It does. It looks like a bloody telephone, and I'm like, what the hell do I want a telephone for? Second here, I'm gonna roll a cigarette. Get back to chat for a little bit. Yeah, and I can relate to that. I had disc issues and nerve problems and all kinds of other shit. I was in a vehicle accident where I just put my seatbelt on after getting into the vehicle, and we get going, get around a corner, and then some guy texting went right through the stop sign into the side of us. Well, he tried to hit the side of us. We kind of turned, and if the driver hadn't have done that, it would have hit the driver's side, and it would have been, oh my. And at the time, I didn't think I was hurt, right? And the ambulance guy kept trying to get me to go, and I should have, right? Because I had this little small pain at the upper right of my hip, just below the hip. And it turns out that that was another nerve that had got hit by the side of the car. When you got the seatbelt on, you just shove into it. And I swear, it felt like the next day I couldn't walk because there were tendons in my foot, right foot, that I couldn't walk, right? And so they got me down to the hospital, and they're looking, they're saying, there's nothing wrong with you. I said, well, the only other thing I can say is that up here at the upper right is I got a little pain there, and then that went away, and I got this thing down here. And they said, well, that's because you got nerve damage there now. Oh, well, geez, isn't this special? I couldn't use my cane anymore. So I'm walking around, trying to deal with that, blah, blah, blah. And of course, people see you not walking with a cane. They think you're fine and dandy, not realizing you're just gritting your teeth. I'd grit my teeth, but I had my teeth taken out a while back too. That's another casualty of taking pain medicine for years. It weakens your teeth, and no amount of whatever toothpaste you want to have will sort that. Anyway, something they don't tell you. It's like if they were serious about giving people pain medicine that were chronic pain users, they would have put a little bit of fluoride or something in the medicine so that your teeth, right, don't go disintegrate like. Anyway, yeah, hunting block. I know all about it. But anyway, I'm getting into doing game design with the Unreal stuff just because it's easy to get into. Right? Yeah, there's a bit of hard thinking here and there about how to do things and messing around with stuff, but it's not as code heavy as it used to be. You can do stuff with visual blueprints, which is not too terrible. I watched the guy's tutorial and seriously did the tutorial, followed him along, and okay, I was 10 minutes into his video, I'm not kidding you, and that was 3 hours of me doing it, okay? And the reason is how Unreal handles zooming in and zooming out. It was crazy. Yeah, the teeth thing. I got real sick and I bloated up like I guess I had a lot of poison in me and it was making me real ill, right? Yeah, I know about that. The only bad habit I got now, I guess, is cigarettes, and they're making that so bloody expensive, everybody. We got a native reserve around here, so I'm not worried about that, really, It's okay. But anyway, yeah, so health-wise, yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do, man. That's the whole point. You gotta look after yourself too, eh? Like when you're taking any pain medicine, and I don't care who you are, you gotta hydrate. You gotta keep hydrated. That's the main thing. And I don't want to say this, but when somebody comes up to you and says, "Well, I'm ill," no, you're not ill. You're going through drug withdrawal. Quit lying. Start being honest, and things will go better for you. Like those kinds of people. They're like, you run into them all over. And of course, having a father that, if you don't have a bone sticking out of you, yeah, if you have a father like mine where you don't have a bone sticking out, he went for years not realizing there was anything wrong with me. So it was a hassle being around that. right? Trying to get you to do things all the time that you're not supposed to be doing, and you feel obligated because he's an old guy, right? So you hurt yourself in order to do something, and then he's obviously now of the thought that you're okay, right? Meanwhile, you're in the back room taking a couple pain pills, going, water, give me the orange juice, give me the water, give me. Yeah, well, he passed away a few years ago, so he went the way he wanted to. You know, I just made sure that he had a nice, comfortable way to go. Yeah, yeah. I know all about it, man. And it's hard to have a always positive attitude about things, but this is where you try and find your little niche of, if you're having a bad day, find out what you can do that has the least way of being around people as possible, and go do that. You know, go play that single player shoot up game, or blow up some planets and universes and galaxies and whatever, or drive a car or a bike or fly an airplane or whatever. That's what you got to do. You know, this is part of what you try and help people. And see, this is what I do. Like, I'm not even worrying about most of the time about subscriptions and stuff like that. I've been around here since 2008. I didn't even start doing videos until what, about a year ago, right? And I do the first one, and I got the Young Turks come in and threaten to kill me and do all kinds of crap because they're not smart and intelligent enough to realize that the nickname Kronos isn't Arabic, okay? Not that I have anything wrong with Arabs, but just saying that they had a problem, I guess. And what was it? They didn't have enough brain cells to research or know about history that Kronos is an ancient god of the Greeks. I'm not talking about the Titan Kronos, which is Kronos, or with a K, right? He's actually an older god. He's the god of time, right? And Chiron was a Titan of wisdom, right? Or it could have been a centaur or something like that. I forget which about that one. But anyway, so they were attacking me, trying to attack me about that. So I dealt with that. That was the first, video, right? And they got themselves banned because YouTube was already watching, what everybody types and says and does. And so an actual death threat on somebody, you get yourself screwed right up. I mean, how stupid can you be? I mean, I typed the guy's name into Facebook. There he is on Facebook. And his little group of friends was dancing around with a bunch of diapers on their head, literally. They're just mocking everything that, everybody, they're just stupid. These people shouldn't breed. They probably won't either. I don't know what woman would want to be around it, but anyway, it's another story. So yeah, there we go. Get a little bit of a cigarette into me, a little break. Have a little bit of coffee here. Yeah. Yeah, I gotta make sure that if you have a coffee during your live stream, when you're done the coffee, go get like a glass of water to kind of, because coffee is a diuretic, which is a dehydrant. It'll give you a little buzz, but at the same time it's dehydrating your body, which after the short little buzz, then you get kind of whacked by that. Yep. Oh, and I forgot to tell all you guys, because I know a lot of you are gamers. One of the neat things that happened to me, I was playing this browser game, and it got hacked years ago. This is well after I left it too, which was another thing. I quit the game, and then it got hacked about a year later. And then I get an email like about last year, some guy trying to threaten me and all this other stuff that he has, and I'm like, yep, sure, buddy. I actually messaged him back and I says, you just go right ahead, pal, and try and do that, because number one, I haven't played that game in 7 or 8 years, and every single password I have has been changed, dickwad. Since then, I mean, I change my passwords about every month. I don't know about the rest of you guys. I just do. That's just the habit. I get. It's part of the. You pay your internet provider and then you go and change all your passwords. That's what I do. And it would be extremely annoying for everybody to do all that, but you know what? So what? Do what you got to do. That's another one. Alright, we're just going to keep touring around the galaxy here for a while. I just like this game. We got a fair people, and a little bit more people than usual here, so, just kick back and enjoy the ride, I don't want to go much longer than 3 hours. YouTube kind of starts acting silly that way. Yeah, brand new tobacco. It just doesn't want to stay lit. It's too wet. Too wet. And if your tobacco's too dry, and it's the bagged kind, take a little piece of potato, like the skin, and put it at the bottom of the bag. And that will keep it moist. And because it's water based, right? Because basically there's nothing really good that potatoes do other than fill you up so that you don't feel like you're starving to death. That's what potatoes are really about, everybody. The only thing that's good in them is the skin, and everybody peels that off, man. I'm just laughing, Yeah, I worked as an assistant chef years ago. I know all that stuff. So I get to see some people cooking here and there, and I kind of am amused at stuff, right? Wow, that gate goes somewhere. Really? I thought I already helped this guy. Something's glitched over there. We'll go have a look. Yeah, in about another half an hour the sun will be out of my face. Yeah, I'm gonna deal with that tomorrow too, big time. I got a big native picture I'll put in the window there. It's out in the hallway. I used to use it to... He did it on this kind of like a board. So I just kind of set it, Oh, this guy. I don't want to talk to you. That's a torpedo test. I remember now. Whoops. Let's just go beating up something around here. Clean the area up. Gotta clean the neighborhood up, everybody. Darth Crotchety is here. Yeah. Dun dun dun. Where did I get that from? Let's see. Serenity, when he's on the ship, he says something about being all uptight and crotchety. It's just the way he says it. That was a good show, man. It's too bad they couldn't keep the funding for it to keep going, and that's why Fox pulled it. There we go. There we go. Yeah, I'm going to move the difficulty up the next time I start the game up. Yeah, they're strong against shields and they do no damage against anything else. So once the shields are down, it's a useless weapon, so why have it? I'd rather have a weapon that does medium damage to both, because then it's useful. Because shields are only half your problem. Yes, 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 yes. Ooh, shake. Shippy shakes. Shippy shakes. Shippy shakes. And one thing I'll say to everybody is if you go up in resolution and whatnot, the game can look pretty good. It actually does. I go to 1600 by 900, right, in multiplayer, and I can go to 1920, like 1080p, otherwise. Now the big thing was I wasn't able to see these planets before. I had to turn them off, and so he's they're all yelling at him to do optimization. Why does this game require 4 gigabytes to run? 1 million star systems, dummies. There's people that don't understand math at all when they realize this. You know, the Master of Orion game has 100 star systems. Stellaris has a problem past 1,000. Think about that, guys. This has 1 million. Okay? Yeah, it don't look. It's kind of like Total War Warhammer looks real pretty and has this many territories. And then you take a game like Dominions 5, which can have way more size of maps, but doesn't look as pretty. You know what I mean? There's that. You got to find the in between there. That's kind of the sweet spot where it's realistic enough that you can have fun with it, right? And I like the system of Dominions 5 too over some things. And it would be nice if CA did some more fantastical type of games. Come up with your own, you got the Total War Rome and Attila kind of history things. Why not do some kind of fantasy thing that's based on just go through and take all the world's history and mythology and go with that, right? And have them in each region, right? Have regional sort of things. You have ancient Egyptians, ancient Greek, the Babylonians, some Persians. You have the Chinese stuff. You'd have maybe something on Japan. You'd have the Native American stuff, right? You have the Aztecs, you have the Peruvians. I mean, there's so much potential that all these companies could be doing to be wowing us for our dollars, but they do the absolute least. And it's starting to change because when you see a company like Epic give out 17 million in assets, well, what am I going to do? Am I going to sit here and throw my money at companies that do as little as possible for my money, right? Or try to overprice it, right? Like between Paradox and CA, they got the DLC scam going down good. One of the reasons why I will never, I went to a friend's place and played Stellaris there a bit, and I'm impressed by it and everything, but I'm not going to pay that much money to play a stupid game like that. Nope, not when I got this. Sorry. I'm not spending $200 just to make the game work right either, That's another one. And the thing was, 20 years ago, a game like Total War Warhammer would have all been one game, number one, and number two, there'd been no DLC with it. Or there would have been an expansion pack that had, 10 of these DLC in one. That's what they would do. And we wouldn't be paying that kind of money. But what happened over time is you get people that they suck them in and they give them this power, right? Power, right? And now you can spend money and get through that. They call them whales, okay? Right? And that's the problem is that you got 1.4 billion people on the internet. You only need a few thousand whales to really go crazy here, right? If you get 1,000 people spending $1,000, there's $1 million for you, right? And that's the big issue with loot boxes and DLC and all this other microtransaction stuff. And why, if I were to make a game, I make the game, there it is. If I add anything to it, it's going to be enough that it's worth it, right? Like if I was talking to a dev there the other night, or last night, and I said, there's a sample first-person shooter that's complete, right? And complete in the sense that it gives you a bunch of base levels, You got multiplayer. You got your LAN ability as well, and it's got bots you can go single player against, and it keeps your kill counts. And if you're multiplayer, it keeps the counts of that. You get two base weapons, right? The only difference is that they're not huge maps, right? So I went and I took this huge height map, put it into the same thing, and then I textured it and just tried running it, and it worked. I was like, oh, and okay, let's see if I can just drag what I think is the bots over, and it worked, right? So this is where, okay, so if I go and design, really, really well design a big level for people to go play around on, right? There you go, right? Well, what's that worth? $2, $3, right? And we do that every month, and just have another level, or and just add one every month. And the thing with YouTube, what a lot of people would do is say, well, for our patrons, we'll go and do this for you, and you can play with us. And they haven't even added a level yet, you know? Like, that's sort of the scam, right, in itself, I see, you know? I also see some people advertising some things that are, when it comes to antivirus, there are only one or two in the world that I would trust, because one of the ones was the one that caught the Sony rootkit. Remember that BS? All the rest of them allowed it. Why is that? That's because, well, the government was in on that little scam. That was the one hole in XP that they didn't want anyone to know about. It got leaked to somebody at Sony, and Sony used it on something, and then because they didn't have the source code, they couldn't fix it very easily. They had to spend the money to do reverse engineering. Ha ha ha. What's over here? There's star signal. These are usually good for fights. We'll go get in a fight now. Enough talking. And originally, like at the beginning of this epic thing, when I was seeing and learning all this, I'll tell you guys something that after I'm done with some of these guys. Oh, I see some lightning. This is going to be trippy. It could hurt my shields just a little. Come on, fire. Jeez, this guy's shield's heavy, eh? That's it, he's done. You next. You next. Alright, you next. That's the one good thing about missiles, eh? Hard to shoot torpedoes at me when they're all over the place. Jeez, just an acre of you fellas. Excuse the saying. Up, eh? You like being up here somewhere. Where are you? There you are. These almost got two for the price of one shot. Now we got pirates coming in here too. That's funny. Pirates and bandits. Go over and get the loot. But yeah, when I first got onto this, I was around some of these guys that were into comic books at the time, and some of them were really good at drawing, and I thought, I always hear about these sketch artists that work for these game companies and stuff, and wouldn't it be cool if we all got together and kind of did some kind of thing? But it just, they're just, some of these people are just not right in the brain either, like, to work with. They're too negative. And it's not just that. It's in some aspects they're actually anti-technology. Okay, and you can tell when they go to do a book, a comic book or something, they would refuse to go digital. Okay, sorry, but you're an idiot when you lose tons of frickin' money that way. That's just showing bad marketing. All right. And some of them don't keep their word. And some of them have done some stuff. And it just gets to the point where you go, well, I had enough of that. Oh boy. Zoten. Let's get over here and we'll take a few of these guys. Oh, this guy's coming right at me. I had enough of you. Here we go. It's on. Okay, dead. Oh, he's gonna ram me. He did ram me. I disintegrated you. That's how we deal with it. Now, back to this guy. Okay, blue piece. Another blue piece. Right through them. I'm after that technology they have. There we go. Zoten technology. Another guy right there. Aha. Kill Zoten dead. Can I hit him? Yeah. Piece down there. Piece up there. Yeah, don't do this in any type of collision game, boys and girls, because this will cause you damage in a bad way. Oh yeah. Now there's a yellow one over here, and then we'll go over and get that stuff. Swing round. Oh, it didn't give me a piece of technology. Where's that other guy gone? Where is he? There he is. There we go. Another fragment. Ouch. Get this stuff. I see a piece up there, but that's not a fragment. This could be though. Slow down. Turrets. Okay. Now we'll go over here. What we'll do is we'll go back up here and do a run through getting stuff, and then I'm going to call it a day. Yeah. And another game I used to play was religiously was the World versus World in Guild Wars 2, but they just never did anything with the game, and it just got worse over time when they made changes to the character classes where it was no longer skill based. It was just whatever's a meta at the time, right? So you just have everybody the same, like it was meh. Okay, actually, let's just go back up here. Like back in the early days when it did require skill, 9 of us got together one night, and overnight we made the 30 other opposing players on both the other servers rage quit, because we kept spawn camping them, right? And then we went around and took the whole map, right? Except for one camp. And then we got up at 7. People started getting up in the morning, and I was like, the first thing I says to people is, "Hey, what's going on? There's only one camp left to take. What are we gonna do, everybody?" And there was like about 3 or 4 of us giggling in the background, right? And then everybody's like, "Quick, quick, we gotta go get that camp. We gotta get that camp." Yeah, go ahead, go take it. Yeah, I think you can do it, man. I got a screenshot of that. Before the camp and then after the camp, right? You know, and that was because there was this one guy who would get on there every night and talk to us about how to play and how to fight and how to use your skills. And this is the guy who would strip all his armor off, and sometimes not even have a weapon. So just using powers and his guy, and would take on 2 or 3 people and sometimes win. It was just crazy. Good luck doing that now. I mean, you just die. Because they'd have a meta set up and you'd be just done. Done, 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 done. Plus they haven't added any new maps. Like, that's the thing, right? I would have been developing new maps for the place so that you have multiple worlds and, different things like that, Like, there's so much potential they had, and they just threw it all away, and they wonder why people barely ever play the game anymore, and why all the servers are having to merge, and, It's like I said, they get comfortable at the top doing the least to make our buck, And now it's like what Warframe's turning into. It's just a skins game. I look prettier than you do, It's just, no. And it doesn't look. It looks like it's all gone Indian in a way, that game. I like all the skins look that way. I don't understand that. What about other cultures? Everyone wants to talk about inclusivity and all that stuff, but then they don't do it, right? I don't know. And that's for a California-based game, right? I'm like, that's just really strange. I don't know. Ooh, some expensive stuff, eh? I'm rich. Let's see here. Over there. Do there. Do this with some speed now. Flash, he's king of the impossible. Loading up. Let's go. There, that should be enough. Carry me right over. The last update was a language update. So here they are asking everybody else to do the work for them. That's what I'm talking about right there. I wonder how many of the mods that have come out over time grab the code and put that into the game. You know, I wonder. Like the add crew command in creative doesn't work, and the help is just, it's not even there. Like there's things like that this game, he can't release it like that. You know, like that's unfinished. Like, why would you do that? Why wouldn't you just put the whatever, you know, tell us what the command actually does? How you I would never design software like that. I'm sorry. I come from an age where you make it work properly. You don't, you go until it works. You don't do something half-assed and then give it to anybody. That's just not, you know. This little thing I'm doing with the first-person shooters, it's just more of a side thing. It's not a real whatever. Just to generate some interest and have some people have some fun, you know, and not have to pay $1 billion for it. It's too bad that there isn't a way that I could give that to like Xbox and Switch and Sony as well, because the problem with that is then all the big developers get pissed at you because you're showing people that shit really doesn't cost money. Wow, you can do all this for free? Oh, why did I pay $70 and then have to pay another $70 for these 2 expansions here? Well, I don't know, 'cause you're stupid, or you just didn't know about this yet. Well, here you go. There only you know, right? You know. And Tarmac in 2018 had done a series of videos, and he did one video that showed that games made in 2018 were actually 40% cheaper than they were in 2006. And then you have Epic come along and give out all this free shit. Okay? I mean, that right there just sort of, God, I like that movie. It looks kind of cool, doesn't it? Like, there's enough there to make a dozen different games, you know. And their terms of service is quite generous. Whoops. What was I doing there? Oh, I'm trying to hit the wrong thing. Let's try that again. Let's go over here. There we go. Man, it's probably getting laggy because I haven't cleaned my inventory of all the stupid weapons I have. Oh, excuse me. And one more to go, and then we'll call it a day. Hopefully we get some upgrades out of this. I'll just do the mod upgrades, and then offline I'll do the weapon stuff because it's kind of boring to watch that. Like the one guy was saying, it's kind of rangeness on that. It's a bit of a pain. But you see, they designed things range like this because they had it designed in mind for microtransactions. Ways to make money off us. Okay? And because of the Battlefront 2 from Star Wars, that's just not going to be something people are going to do going forward anymore. It's going to be DLC. You know, you're going to and you're going to pay $10 to put a helmet on, right? Like that's another stupid aspect. Like, seriously? I think it would be a badge of honor not to pay for a skin. That's what I'm saying, right? I feel like I want to laugh at you if you're gonna spend that kind of money on a skin. However, then they say, well, that's how free to play works. Well, then maybe free to play shouldn't exist, right? Maybe you should pay $5 a month or $3 a month, and if you have 10,000 people, $30,000 a month is more than enough for 100,000 million people to play. Okay, plus to give you a nice, comfortable income and continue to make sure to look after the game and any issues that pop up. Like, I mean, it's just a question of greed, right? It's just degrees of greed, right? This is why you make a language pack, because then you can push this kind of stupid shit on people that you haven't had in your game yet that aren't English. Let's go do this for everyone else now, right? And then seeing that pop up here to have me help them. I'm like, what? I'll tell you what. Why don't you start? I'll help you, but you got to pay me for it. There you go, cheesehead. I was born, but I wasn't born yesterday. There we go. Gonna run into the station? No, okay. Down to the mods we go. Down to the mods we go. Da 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 dun da dun da 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 dun da da. Well, we'll try it anyway, just cause. Nope. Oh, right about there. Okay, what's the armed ones at? Is that the armed? Always do them first. Okay. Why not? Lucky. Lucky. Haha, thought so. Oh, and there was one. Oh no, that's the one that was already there. Okay, up to here. Only got 2. Yeah, that sucks. We got lots of shielding. And we'll take this out of here. Take this out of here. We'll take some suitcases. And these. What else we got here? Those. Let's see, up to here. Well, out of 9, I got 1. We're getting anything here. This is a risk. Could do something like for an arm, though. No, no, I didn't. There we go. Alright. Now. Let's see here. I got 3 of those. Shields. There we go. Now, I've got 2 in here. Let's see here. Let's see something. I can pull 1 out, so that's 3. 1, 2, 3, 4 out. In order to be 5, 10, 15, that's 19 slots, so I can't do that. I'm at 4 though now. Not doing that until it's, you know. Oh, what did I just undo here? What did I have up there? Oh shit. What did I just do by accident there? Is that a shield? No, I had that in there. Okay, never mind. So I could put another hyperspace thing in there, right? It's just, it just gives me range right now. Okay. Okay, guys, I'm gonna call that right now, and we will be back tomorrow with some more upgrades. Let's see here. Just get to the chat first. Yeah, I think I've actually got the Men at War game or something like that on Steam. Oh, you mean like? I could make another. I could just take like and get a captain and then bring up that what do you call it? Darth Vader like ship. I could bring a couple of those around and just have them follow me around. You know, that would be a way of doing that. And yeah, this is just good for, you know, mucking around and testing stuff out. Yeah, thanks, Willie. Thanks for hanging out too, buddy. Appreciate it, man. I'll be by seeing some more of your wrestling stuff there. Keep that up. That's actually fun to watch. I like how you were trying to be the little announcer guy. It was funny, you know. No, it was good actually. It was good. It was good. Having your own little wrestling federation kind of thing set up. That was kind of a neat thing. That's what I mean about being creative, you know. Taking the game and having a little fun with it, right? And making your own little thing out of it. I had an idea of taking some of the cinematics from Unreal, combining it with some aspects of different video games, and having it like a, you know, have battles on planets or something like that that are in total war, and you know, and doing I don't know, something with personal fights in SWTOR, right? Like the Star Wars Online, right? And then you could have like a little mini story. It'd be just pieced together, and it looked kind of silly in a lot of ways, but it would be at least fun to kind of watch. Oh, it looks like something showed up. Pirates. Yeah, good little send off here. Yeah, every time I get thinking of leaving, something's gotta distract me. these guys. Die quick. I gotta make sure I don't hit my own guy. Come on. My weapons. There we go. And I got some loot off these guys too, eh? Yeah, let's go get that. See that up there too? A couple of white things dropped. Yeah, something over top of that one. Let me turn around. Where to go? Over there. I like the turn speed on this ship. It's just amazing. You did a good job on the thruster right here. Like if you really wanted to get into this, you wouldn't be bumping into things like I'm doing there. You use like a force field beam to push the ship away, right? Or pieces away, and then little pieces don't seem to hurt you. I think that's it, right? That looks good. Well, maybe over here. See some loot. See some loot. I see a green thing in the background. Aha. There we go. Yeah, you don't bump into things like that. Okay, guys. I gotta call it here. I gotta go get something to eat. But have a good one, guys. And yeah, I've got Fallout 76 and a bunch of games on Steam. What I'll do one of these days is I'll show off all the games I have on Steam and just have a list there, and then, you know, everybody can see that. And I'll show the ones I have at Epic. And I've got some other games that aren't on either of those places, of course, right? And I've got older games that were on disc, right? Or were a digital download at one point, or whatever, right? Some games are so old that you had to really muck around to get them to work, you know, from the XP days. Anyway, have a good one, everyone, and be safe. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.